everybody, it's Lauren Hanning here, and I wanted to do some updates on teaching since I haven't done one in a while, but my classroom's pretty much put together for the most part. But I wanted to talk about something that's a little bit different this year. So as everybody in the whole world knows, there is something going on that has completely rocked everybody's world, everybody's normal, and that has also included teachers. Teachers have completely had to change their way of thinking, and for my district, we don't even know if we're going to be in person or remote teacher yet. I did sign the papers for remote learning, and I'm very interested in doing that. I've now taught in the same school, in the same classroom, the same grade. This is going to be year 4, so I feel really confident in my grade and in the knowledge that the students need and in the curriculum. So I want to talk about some positive things this year because I feel like every time I go on social media, I see teachers who are really dejected because they have to take all their personal items out of their classroom. They have to get rid of flexible seating, which is something that I had to do. There's just a lot of different things going on. I've also seen where a lot of people have just said really mean things about teachers on social media, which was really surprising. I'm not really used to seeing negative comments about teachers, but they've called us lazy. They've said, oh, all you want to do is stay at home in your pajamas. Who doesn't want to stay at home in their pajamas, right? Like, if you had the opportunity, everyone would choose that, right? Actually, I've been really excited to get back to my classroom and be back at work and to see my friends, my coworkers, and all the people, and I'm really excited to see students again, whether it be virtual or not. So I just want to talk about some things that I'm excited about for this year because I feel like there's so much negativity and anger and sadness for the beginning of the school year when it really should be a time of excitement, and usually teachers are pumped, they're diving in, and everything just feels so different this year. So I want to talk to you and show you some things that I'm excited in my classroom and just for starting school in general to hopefully inspire you, put a smile on your face, because I know these things put a smile on my face. So let's look at some things that COVID has shaken up, and let's try to look at things from a positive and grateful perspective. The first thing I'm thankful for is a new lunchbox. Can always spice up a year and make you more excited to go back. And I got this adorable bento box, and it has 3 different sections, and it helps you portion control. And it's also pink and has its own silverware. Well, it's not silver, plasticware that comes with it. I'm also thankful for all the new books I got. I put my name on all my new books, and I started to organize all my books because I'm thankful for my classroom library. Before, I kind of thought it was a bad thing, and I think that's an awful thing to think because I just had so many books. These are all the books that I'm going to give away to people. But I decided that it's such a positive to have all of these books, especially during the pandemic when they will have limited access to the school library. So I'm so thankful that I have a lot of great books for my students to choose from. I'm also super grateful for this window cover that I bought. First of all, it has llamas all over it, and you're going to see in a second. Just wait for it. It's so cute. It's got llamas and cacti on it, and it's perfect for my students' safety and also for keeping them on focus while they're taking a test or working on things. And plus, it's just super duper cute. So I'm grateful for my window covering. The next thing I'm thankful for is having to get rid of my flexible seating. Now, at first, it kind of upset me that I wasn't able to do the thing that I was comfortable with doing, but after some reflection, I realized that there are actually some positives. And the positive would be I eventually get to buy new flexible seating for my students whenever this pandemic is over, and so I'm going to choose to focus on the positives rather than the negatives. And even though it breaks my heart to see my classroom, it doesn't look like a second grade classroom to me with all the desks, I'm going to choose to focus on the positive and try to find some light in a dark moment. The next positive thing that I'm grateful for is still having the opportunity to organize things. The new thing that I organized this year was I got myself a teacher toolbox. I've always wanted one, and as you can see, I bought labels and I printed them out and I labeled them, and now I can find all those tiny little annoying things. They're not in my drawer anymore, moving around every time I open the drawer. Everything would slide one way and it'd slide the other way. And now I have a completely empty first 3 drawers. Not these drawers, these are different drawers. I have these organized as well, and it's just so comforting to go into my classroom and to see everything is organized. Whether I'm remote or in person, I have an organized classroom that I can go to every day and feel the calmness of knowing that that's the one thing I am in control of, and I can do it in a really good positive way. This year, I'm also super grateful for the opportunity to use my technology to its fullest. Because of remote learning, all districts are pushing for learning new tools and understanding how to use online and all the resources that it has to offer. And I love digital resources and using all these to my advantage. And now I have the excuse and the time to actually dive into. So first thing that I've really used a lot is YouTube. And through my district, I have my own YouTube channel where my students can go through and find a topic. I've already recorded some lessons, and I have a video that plays for them and reminds them in like a song form of the topic, and then it shows me going through and modeling how to do that certain skill. And so I'm going to use the application Loom. That is how you can record your screen and use your camera at the same time. And then you can download the video and upload it to your YouTube channel. And that way kids can actually hear you, they can see you, and they can see your screen, and you can show them how to do different things. I'm so excited to be able to use this whether I'm remote or not, because it's a great thing. You can really quick send it to parents, and then they don't have to feel like the pressure's on them to reteach something. The student can just watch the video. Another exciting thing to use is Seesaw. My district has purchased this, and so we have unlimited access, and I'm super excited because, like I said, if a student needs to go home and I'm in person, they need to go home and practice something, I don't have to send a paper home. I can just send them an activity on Seesaw. I'm also doing other things like when you're done, you've just begun. So if students are finished and there's extra time, I have these links to Brain Pop, Pebble Go, Dexter's, Studies Weekly. This is a great activity whether I'm in person or remote, and that's what I love about Seesaw. It's not wasting my time to create these right now because I can use them either one. I'm also excited about using Bitmojis. I found out that there's an extension that you can put into Chrome at the top of your Chrome browser, and then you can automatically copy and paste your own Bitmoji. And so I've created a few digital classrooms and just kind of left them blank. They're kind of templates for when I'm going to create something in Seesaw or maybe in a Google Slides. So I'm really excited about that. Also going to try to incorporate using Google Slides more to send to parents. So instead of using a daily folder, I want to use this in order to incorporate behavior. So I'll have a color chart and only the parent can see this Google slide. And it's also helpful for, even kids who have multiple homes that they go to, whether their parents are divorced. They can both check their folder both night and can sign it both night, or can just see how their behavior was because it changes in real time. It also gives me an opportunity to write notes, and the students' parents can see it immediately. I also have a part that I'm not sure if I'm going to use it or not, but it seems like a great idea to do some reading and writing and math academics, and we are TEKS based for our grade book, so this would be a great place to update parents real time with how their children are doing academic wise. I also want to use more Google what are these called? Oh my goodness, my brain. Google Forms. My brain had a brain fart right there. To collect data. There's going to be a lot of data, as always, for teachers to collect. And the first thing I made was a parent communication log. I've made one in the past, but I've never stuck true to it. This year, I definitely plan on using it. If you want to see a video on how to make one, I definitely can make a video on that. But I definitely want to use a Google form for a lot more of data, and even maybe with my gradebook and TEKS as well, or with observations in my classroom. And then the very last thing I'm grateful for is Google Docs. Man, there's just so many things you can do with all the different Google things. So slides, with forms, and with docs. And I'm making a jump page for my students and for parents at home. And whenever they click on one of the pictures, they can click on and go immediately to that website. And whether it's Epic Books or iStation or Pebble Go, if they're at home and they're remote learning, or if they're just at home and they want to practice a skill, they will have this jump page. I also plan on linking all of my lessons that I put on YouTube into my jump page, so that parents, if need to reteach to a kid at home, they can just easily click on one of these links and it will pop up and it will teach their child how to do that skill. So many things that I'm excited to do and that I'm grateful for due to the pandemic. Sounds super weird, but these are all things to be grateful for, and I'm definitely grateful for all the technology and the tools that we have access to, and I'm excited to explore and to learn new things. I just want to remind everybody, these are times that are unknown for everybody and everyone, and at first, it might look like a bunch of negatives without any positives, but I want to encourage everybody to find the light in the dark, find the positives, just take a deep breath and remain calm. We're all in this together, and always look for the positives. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.